what it tells us in 2 Kings, the 15th chapter, verse 29. It began to talk about now the three major invasions that happened amongst Northern Kingdom. And it began to talk about where the Mashiyach began to first teach at, anybody know? No, everybody has to know.
Wait, Galilee?
Exactly. In Galilee. All right.
I was trying to look for the scripture that he's talking about.
Oh, okay. 2 Kings, the 15th chapter, verse 29. You can go there.
Verse 29. It says, "In the days of Pekah, king of Israel, came Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and took Ejum and Abeth-Maachah, and Janoah, and Kadesh, and Hazar, and Gilead, and Galilee, all the land of Naphtali, and carried them captive to Assyria." Exactly.
And so we'll go into a little bit later that there was actually another king. There were two other kings that actually, I think it's in, where is it in Isaiah? I think it's the 15th chapter where it talks about how he lightly afflicted Northern Kingdom the first time. And then after that now, he grievously afflicted Northern Kingdom, where he begins to talk about now Naphtali and Zebulun. And so we talk about now the complete destruction now of Northern Kingdom. I'm here just to share now that from the time when Judah and his brethren had problems with Joseph, that hatred now graduated to a higher level where now there was a split, and now we have Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, Rehoboam, and Jeroboam. And this is what the book of Acts, the book of Kings is all about. It's all about this division. It's about, here in Acts, the first chapter, is about reunification. There must be a reunification. But again, now back to the topic though, we're talking about this particular vessel now that Elisha is saying. It says now in verse 8, watch this. "But you shall receive power afterward, that the set-apart spirit has come upon you. And you shall be witness unto me both in Jerusalem, in all Judea, and in Samaria." We're talking about Samaria right now. In Samaria, and in the uttermost parts of the earth. The uttermost parts of the earth is referring to who or what?
Where the children of Israel scattered?
Exactly, the scattering of Israel. And oh, okay, all right, no problem. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up in a cloud, received him out of his sight. And while they looked steadfast for Shamayim, as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, "You men of Galilee, why stand you gazing up into Shamayim? This same Mashiyach, which is taken up from you into Shamayim, shall so come in like manner as you have seen him go into Shamayim." Anybody know who these two men were that stood by the men that were dressed in white linen or white apparel?
Moses,
Elijah and Moses. No.
That's interesting, because I've never heard it before. Not saying that is wrong. It's just that I've never heard of that. Yeah, so you have now these were the two witnesses. That's what you have here, okay? Because I've heard some interesting arguments that these two men were actually messengers, and I've heard some arguments that these two men in white apparel were actually men from the Qumran community. So, because remember they mentioned that after the death and resurrection of the Mashiyach, where one of the Talmudims go into the tomb and they see there's a messenger just sitting on top of the stone, and the type of attire that he had on. And they're looking at the type of attire that the Qumran community always wore. They always wore white. That's for another day. Okay, but I just found it interesting. I just found it real interesting here. Let's go back to Kings, District Court. But I just wanted to share about being taken up into Shamayim. We have Eliyahu being taken up, and we have the Mashiyach being taken up. Verse 12, and Elisha saw it and cried, my father, the chariot of Yashra'al, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more. And he took hold of his own clothes and rent them in 2 pieces. And he took up also the mantle of Eliyahu that fell from him, and went back and stood by the bank of Jordan. And he took the mantle of Eliyahu that fell from him, and smote the waters, and said, where is Yahuah Elohim of where is Yahuah Elohim of Eliyahu? So this mantle is going to be very, very important here. We've seen a lot of folklore. Wow, okay. You see in a lot of folklore where they say that, remember where they show like the mantle had like these magical powers where you can cover yourself with the mantle and the person disappears and all that stuff like that here, but we're not going to go that route. All right? I don't know about all of that. But I just wanted to share now that the mantle fell off of Eliyahu, and we have Elisha now taking the mantle, and he was able to perform the same miracles that Eliyahu was able to do when he smote the waters, and the waters actually divided. And he began to say, now where is Yahuah Elohim of Eliyahu? And when he had smitten the waters, they parted hither and thither, and Elisha went over. And when the sons of the prophets, which were to view at Jericho, saw him, they said, the set-apart spirit of the Ruach of Eliyahu do rest on Elisha. They came to meet him and bowed themselves to the ground before him. And that word, to bow or to pay homage. Let me see what this word, what they have here. But shakah. So that means to bow to a man. And the word abad means to actually prostrate or pay homage to the Father. So it's 2 different types of bowing. So it's a bow to respect the man, and then there's the abad now where you actually pay homage to the Father. 2 different types of worshiping here. Anyway, verse 16, and they said unto him, behold, now there be with thy servants 50 strong men, let them go, we pray you, and seek your sovereign. Lest peradventure the set-apart spirit of Yahuah have taken him up and cast him upon some mountain or some valley. And he said, you shall not sin. So Elisha, he already knows that Eliyahu is not on some mountain somewhere. And when they urged him till he was ashamed, he said, sin. They sent therefore 50 men, and they sought 3 days, but found them not. And when they came again to him, for he tarried at Jericho, he said unto them, did I not say unto you, go not? Verse 19, and the men of the city said unto Elisha, behold, I pray thee, the situation of the city is pleasant, as my sovereign, my master, my Lord, has seen it. But the water is naught, and the ground is barren. This is going to be very, very important because Akoti Rose and our brother Zakar can testify to this here. Read verse 19 again. And the men of the city said unto Elisha, behold, I pray thee, the situation of this city is pleasant, as my Adon saith, the water is naught and the ground is barren. And he said, bring me a new cruse or pot, and put salt therein, and they brought it to him. And he went forth into the spring of the waters, and cast the salt in there, and said, thus saith Yahuah, I have healed these waters, there should not be from thence any more death or barren. Now, remember when we went over to the land, we actually saw this spot. Remember where they had the writings, I even have it on my tablet here, where they showed down this location where Elisha actually blessed the water. And all the women, the description is that women that were barren would actually drink from that water, and they were actually from that point on able to conceive. I mean, I just found it real amazing. So remember we went over to Jericho, and I got on the camel and everything like that, and so they was making lemonade out of the water and all this other stuff. But we just found it interesting, though, that we was actually able to go to the site and actually see it. Did you get a chance to see it?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So But again, but they said that there's still some, that the set apart spirit actually flows through that parcel of water to this day. So anyway, verse 22. So the waters were held unto this day according to the sayings of Elisha which he has spoken. And he went up from this into Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, Get out of here, or go up, you bald head. Get out of here, you bald head. Because there's a teaching in Israel, and I can't testify to this. Your school-faced bald head and derogatory, yeah, those words be used. Yeah, those words be used. But there are people that are naturally bald head, and we did cut our hair, but there was a way that people were cutting their hair amongst the Canaanites that represented a god, where they would put the bowls on their heads and they would shave their heads, and they would put the favorite names of their basketball teams and football teams. That we don't do. But there's nothing wrong with cutting your hair, okay, shaving your, trimming your beard. There's no such scripture, about that. And if anybody is doing that, we're going to have the set apart spirit to come upon Yahuah, and Yahuah is going to he's going to call some bears to come out of the woods and beat up these children here.
But like when we used to shave our beard down, wasn't it called polling?
Yeah, polling. Yeah. Right. But also too, now there's a sign of disrespect. Remember, there was a king in Shalom that sent his men to actually speak to another king, and he cut holes in the back of their tunic so their behinds were showing.
Right.
And he shaved their heads and everything like that, so they had to stay outside of the camp.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, just keeping everything in perspective. But a person that had a bald head, that's not an abomination. Right. Not everybody can grow hair on their face. Not everybody, I'm starting to bald a little bit now. So, I've known people to actually, their hairline started to recede in their teenage years.
Yes. I can testify. I have older brothers, they're twins. They don't grow hair on their face.
Yeah.
It's like how ours is full.
Right.
It's like specks.
Right. Exactly.
And they don't grow hair under their arms.
Wow. Okay. All right.
They don't have to cut it.
Okay, back to the scripts here.
Yes.
Verse 23. And he went up from this into Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, they came forth with the children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, Get out of here, or go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahuah. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the woods and tore 42 children of them. Killed them in the name of Yahuah. All right? And he went from thence to Mount Carmel. He also went to Mount Carmel. From thence he returned to Samaria. This is all taking place in the Northern Kingdom. Let's keep on reading. Now, chapter 3. Now Jehoram, the son of Ahab, began to reign over Israel and Samaria. This is Northern Kingdom. The 18th year of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah. So the house was split. Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. And he reigned 12 years. And he wrought evil in the sight of Yahuah, but not like his father and his mother, for he put away the image of Baal that his father had made. Nevertheless, he clave into the saints of Jeroboam. Jeroboam was the king of which part? Was it Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom?
Northern.
Hallelujah. The son of Nebat, which made Israel to sin. He departed not therefrom. Now Misha, the king of Moab, was a sheep master, and rendered unto the king of Israel, Northern Kingdom, 100,000 lambs, and 100,000 lambs and 100,000 rams with wool. So we were sheep. We were agricultural people. So if you had that type of livestock, you were rich. You were filthy, filthy rich. Everybody got the video that I sent with the guy passed it down with the race. How he was guarding and everything like that. Okay, I'll send it to you. So just to share with you now is that again, livestock meant everything. When we're back in our land, if whatever we can make out here, if we get land, and we have some male and female sheep and goats, put them together, they got to breed. So we do what we do. This is how we're able to sustain ourselves. There was a situation where, just real quick, there was a gentleman now, I don't know him. He didn't have any money, but he was left with land. And I say land, he was left over like 200 acres of land. He had sheep, he had the whole nine. He had no paper money, but he was able to go into the bank, okay, and get a loan, okay, faster than you and I could, based upon his land and the sheep and the horses and things like that that he had on the land. That spoke volumes. So land, livestock is very, very important, even to this day. But it came to pass when Ahab was dead that the king of Moab rebelled against the king of Israel. And King Joram went out to Samaria the same time and numbered all Israel. And he went and sent to Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, which is southern kingdom, saying, the king of Moab hath rebelled against me. Will thou go with me against Moab to battle? So northern kingdom and southern kingdom are going to come together. They're going to fight against Moab, because Moab is no longer paying tribute now to northern kingdom. And he said, I will go up, and I am as thou art my people, as thy people are my horses, as thy horses. And he said, which way shall we go? And he answered, the way through the wilderness of Edom. So we have northern kingdom, southern kingdom, and Edom actually coming together now. Edom, it's all white man, but this is my argument. The original Edomites did not look the way like the Bill Clinton and these so-called white people look today. They did not look like that, all right? These people are of color. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So the king of Israel went, and the king of Judah, and the king of Edom, and they fetched a compass of 7 days' journey, and there was no water for the host and for the cattle that followed them. And the king of Israel said, alas, that Yahuah have called these 3 kings together to deliver them into the hand of Moab. But Jehoshaphat said, is there not here a prophet of Yahuah? So before you go to war now, again, we want to know whether or not it's going to be successful or not. So we still have to follow the chain of command. Because even though there was a king, the king, David still feared the prophet. That is very important. Remember when Shaul was given a command to kill everything? He said, I don't want to hear nothing moving. Kill every single thing. Man, woman, child, tear down the trees, any water clog up the wells and everything. And so we have now, Samuel said, what's that I hear back there in the back? He said, well, I saved the best. Those were not the instructions that the Father gave. The instruction that the Father gave to let's destroy every single thing that was in that land. So here now, before you go out to battle, we're always supposed to now inquire of the Father. Meaning now is that when you go out, before you leave out your house, you should inquire of the Father or pray. Make sure you pray before leaving your house. Because you want the blessings of the Father. And if you stop where you're at, make sure that you pray. Prayer is very, very important, because Ezekiel, as he prayed, and the Father was able to deliver him out of the situation, because it could have turned easily the wrong way, where it could have, again, just went the wrong way. So prayer is very, very important. Very important. Can you speed this up here a little bit? Wow, that's all we have here today. So Bishop, it was a pleasure. I just wanted to read over some basic scriptures here, just to let everybody know that it's important for us to understand the scripture. And with that, I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom.